Hey, YouTube, what's going on? We're back. We're back for another special episode. And again, I've got my friend here, my special guest, Mike.
Special guest, Mike.
Now, last weekend, or was it the weekend before? Oh, it was the weekend before, was the Toronto Comic Con.
2 weeks ago, yeah.
Yeah. Now, normally I go to this. Unfortunately, I hurt my leg, so this is the first time I actually missed the Toronto Comic Con in like 5 years. So, kind of disappointing. I was kind of hoping to have some footage, some video and footage to show you on this episode, but unfortunately, I was completely out of commission for the entire weekend, so I missed it. But Mike here went. You picked up some pretty cool books, didn't you?
Oh, got some good deals. All one vendor mostly.
Mm-hmm.
This was an interesting year. I like to check out the vendor pricing for the rents, and saw that it went up significantly.
Yeah.
In retaliation, all of the vendors booked smaller spaces.
Yeah.
So it was much more condensed. The vendor that I went to had great prices, but he didn't have the
Selection.
2 or 3 tables of the $2 or $3 books that he normally would have were gone. He had to be a little higher end, and there were boxes where there would normally be wall space stuff.
Yeah.
And it's just the way it is. A lot of guys. Pendragon would be 3-4 tables.
Mm-hmm.
They had one table. I walked by them. I didn't even know they were there.
Yeah,
I didn't see them. Big B was even tiny. They only had like 2 tables. It was
That's a shame.
Insanely shrunk down.
Mm-hmm.
The place is mostly filled with costume places, which doesn't make any sense because most of the costumes are handmade.
Yeah.
I don't get it.
Anyways, but let's go. Sorry, excuse me. Let's go through what you had here, because you did pick up some books. I looked through them, and you did get some nice ones, regardless of that fact. So, what are we starting with here, Mike? We got Spider-Man. What's that? Spider-Man number 78.
78 from November 1969. That's a John Romita cover.
Fantastic.
Art by John Buscema. Now, I paid about $25.50. This guy, not only, some of them have cover prices. He gave me 15% off as well. I grade that at a 7.0, and that is worth $85.
So if you're looking on the Realm, it's listed what, in near mint for 85?
No, at 7.0 it's listed.
It's about
at $85.
Cool.
And it's a first appearance of Prowler.
Cool. Okay.
Yeah. This is
what's that? Amazing Spider-Man number 92?
92 from January 71.
It's a nice book, eh?
Yeah, that's a John Romita cover again. I paid $17 for that. I rated it at a 7.0. There's a little bit of a issue right at the top corner, underneath the corner of the
right around there.
Yeah, right about there. It's a little, whoops.
Yeah, it's okay.
A little rough. But it's very presentable. I give that a 7.0. I paid $17 for this on the Realm 85.
Nice.
This guy was he was like underselling everybody. He wanted to move his books. He was smart, and he was busy. Everyone else, the way he put it, they were pricing their stuff not to sell.
Really, eh?
Yeah.
Well, part of that is I guess the rent charge this year at the Toronto Comic Con.
So,
it went up significantly, but
yeah.
Nice book though, Mike. Very nice.
Well, thank you.
And Fantastic Four number 91. Nice book. Nice.
October 1969. I paid $17 for this.
Now, is this $17 and then you got 25% off or 15% off? What's the deal?
Sort of. That's included the 15% off. Yeah, because I went through the entire list and then I knew what I spent and then worked it all out so that it was including the 15% discount.
Yeah.
But that at a 7.0. Worth $38.50. That's a Kirby cover.
That's Kirby does so distinctive.
Oh, it's so distinctive.
Yeah.
And the white is just really white again towards the board. Some of the earlier ones at a 6.0, the color is either faded or a little bit tinged.
Yeah.
That one's pretty sharp. It's pretty nice.
Cool. And Fantastic Four number 96. How much?
Fantastic Four number 96. This is a March 1970.
Okay.
I paid $38 all in. That's after the 15% discount.
That book's pristine, eh? It's near
It's an
mint.
8.5.
8.5?
It's Kirby cover, and that lists on the realm in that condition, $63. And yes, it's absolutely worth it.
Oh, for sure.
Gorgeous cover. I mean, you got to pick this up or plug this into your TV, watch it on high def,
Yeah,
blow it
yeah.
up, and see. It's really nice.
Yeah. I think one of the reasons why the prices are going up at for the comics again, obviously, maybe just a bit of background on the Toronto Comic Con itself. It's owned by put on by the same people that put on Fan Expo.
Yes.
And it actually used to be just a one-day event. It would last one day, and then I think it was on a Sunday. And then a few years ago, I think about 5 years ago, Wizard World came in, and they started a major comic convention in March. And it was a really fantastic convention. It was a 3-day event. They held it at the Direct Energy Center. And to make a long story short, when Hobby Star saw this, they didn't like it too much. So they took their little one-day event and turned it into a 3-day Comic-Con. And it was absolutely fantastic. But what ended up happening is they basically ran Wizard World right out of town. And up until this year,
They're making the same mistake.
They've raised their prices,
Yeah,
and the guest list this year for the Comic-Con was absolutely pathetic.
Yeah.
And it's because they don't have any competition anymore. And I think
They had a good artist list. I mean, I got to
oh
see
yeah,
some of the.
I know Neil
greats
Adams
and
was
stuff
there.
like- but-
There
but-
were some good artists. Mike Golden was there this year.
Yeah.
No, I'm not talking about the art. I'm just talking about the
But
celebrity
the
guests.
celebrity guests, yeah, and it was a small space for him too. It was like across from the food court. It was odd.
Yeah,
it was
yeah.
awkward.
Yeah.
Um,
Fantastic Four number 115.
First appearance of the Eternals. This is October 1971. I paid all in $13.
You
Worth
really loaded up on the Fantastic Four this convention, didn't you?
I've always said in every video that I do my level best to grab Fantastic Four. I would like to have a really nice set of them
Yeah, yeah.
and make them a really good long read for sure. Absolutely. Again,
Well, you're certainly on your way. That's for sure. You're building this collection real nice. Probably your best collection now right now. Fantastic Four.
Fantastic Four and Amazing Spider-Man. Surprisingly,
Yeah.
I mean, I bought the new series and I'm loving it. It
Yeah.
is just excellent. And so yeah, I mean, those are the two big heavyweights. The next big heavyweight would be probably Wonder Woman, and then
Yeah.
X-Men, and then I would have to say maybe
Yeah, your X-Men's getting there too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What would be after that? A number of different ones,
Yeah.
of course.
And Wonder Woman number 174.
174, February 1968. I paid 25.5 for that. I give it a 6.5.
I'd say of all the books you brought over this weekend, this is probably my second favorite. You know my favorite. It's coming up shortly.
Yeah.
But this is a beautiful cover, and
It's so cool. It's Irv Novick did the cover of that.
yeah.
And it's about a $48 book. And again, I've always, and let me reiterate, when it comes to Batman's and Wonder Woman's, under 100, really rough to get in good shape. That's
Yeah.
a 12-cent cover, and it's gorgeous.
Oh, for sure, yeah.
Loving it.
And Wonder Woman number what? What's that?
234.
Nice.
August 77. Cover artist Jose Luis Garcia Lopez.
Cool.
Yes, man.
Now, I think a word to know. I think this is I have this book myself. Only yours is in far better condition than mine. I think this is the first appearance of Armageddon. But I think
it is.
I think it
Yes,
might
it
be
is.
his only appearance. I don't know if he was ever.
It could be just like a one-off character.
It was a one-off character. Showed up once and if you look at what he's wearing, he's got this big Nazi swastika on his.
yeah.
So you can certainly see why he wouldn't become
a regular.
a household name or a regular mainstay in DC Comics, that's for sure. But a nice cover, love that. It's fantastic.
And again, even in the mid 200s, they're hard again to get in good condition.
Yeah,
I see them. I'm trying for under 200.
yeah.
The vendor that I got the Wonder Womans and the Batmans from wasn't at the con. But you just try to get what you can get.
Yeah,
and,
yeah.
Just trying to add to my pile. That's
Now, sorry, how much did you pay for this one again?
This
what was it?
one, which one's this? 234, $13.
That's all right.
That's an 8.0. It's a gorgeous book, and it's worth about
Good
17
condition.
bucks
Nice 35-cent cover.
if you can find it.
And X-Men number 115. This one is definitely on my shopping list as well.
Oh man, he had a lot of nice ones there. There's so much stuff I had to grab and put back. I'm counting in my head how much money I have, and like, should I take this one to take? I mean, this is a great haul.
Yeah, yeah.
So I couldn't take everything I wanted. I would have gone bankrupt, you know.
Yeah.
But $47 I paid for that. That was one of the ones that he had in his hand. I think he was talking to someone saying, "Look, these guys, everyone else has that on the wall for a much higher price."
Yeah.
And for sure, that's an 8.5. At an 8.5, it's $90.
Yeah, I think the John Byrne. I mean, again, I've said this in the past. I'm working on my John Byrne run,
Oh, it's just
and
awesome.
they're not cheap, but I want to get them all eventually. And it's another one you've crossed off your list, anyways. That's for sure.
That's for sure.
And X-Men number 139. Oh man,
Oh, November 1980. Do you remember the 80s? Awesome.
God love the '80s.
First Steve
God love
Hunt-
John Byrne.
Yeah, that's a first Steve Hunter and first appearance of Vindicator.
Oh really?
Yeah, so
Yeah.
there's two in there, and that's
Cool,
awesome.
cool.
And they actually remade that just recently, last year.
Mm-hmm.
Very similar cover, but it's not Kitty Pryde. It's someone else in the center. I think
Yeah.
it's Miles Morales
Mm-hmm.
for Spider-Man one, which is kind of neat. So
That's
they kind
cool.
of recopied the old look,
Yeah.
revamped. It's neat. But anyways, so
And how much? Sorry, how much did this cost you?
I paid $30 for that.
In the realm?
8.0, and the Realm's got it at 68. So that's really
So-
shot up.
So according to the comic realm, in a 8.0, this would be worth or they're pricing it at 68 US.
bucks,
Yeah,
yeah.
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 Nice book. Very nice.
Thank you.
All-Star Comics number 58. You bastard.
Yes.
You know I've been
sir.
looking for this one for quite a long time.
As Paul had mentioned earlier, he's hurt his foot. We have another friend who's a big Power Girl fan.
Yeah.
This is the first appearance of Power Girl. You were taunting him, saying, "I'm going to go to the con all 3 days
Just to grab it, just
and
to
I'm going
piss
to
him
grab
off."
one
Yeah.
and shove it in your face." You didn't show up. Same guy, bottom of the rack.
Yeah,
Right
yeah.
at the bottom, he had two of them. How perfect is that? He had two books and two buyers.
Yeah, yeah.
There you go. So there's the Power Girl. Super Squad.
This was what I was going to be hunting for this weekend,
Yeah.
and 2 copies. You guys snagged them.
I mean, you really have to put them side by side, and maybe another
Yeah.
episode will do that.
Yeah.
His is graded about a full point higher than mine, or a half point higher than mine. The color's a little more saturated.
Yeah,
But
yeah.
still, that's nice and clean.
It's a nice book, nice copy. Yeah.
Yeah, it's a nice copy. I give it about a 6.5.
You know.
So I paid 30. It's worth about 48.
Yeah, yeah. It's
You know-
surprisingly for a first appearance, it's not that expensive.
No, but as soon as they announce Power Girl, then you're going to see it just go
Yeah,
crazy,
yeah.
right? Because they're using up everyone in the DC
Yeah.
and Marvel universe in the movies.
Yeah, yeah. She was just on a
Eventually.
bunch of Harley. She was just a guest in the last couple of Harley
And
Quinn issues
that was
as
a
well.
great, hilarious
Yeah.
season. I collect Harley Quinns, all of the. I've been collecting from zero all the
Mm-hmm.
way up. I love them.
Well, what I'm going to have to do at the next Comic Con, I'm going to find myself a CGC 9.8 copy just to piss both of you guys off.
Okay, you go ahead, but you're going to pay too much for it. I'd rather have a raw copy and be able to read it.
Fair enough, fair enough. And what better way to end the episode than to do a Star Wars variant?
Star Wars variant. I know you went really big on the variants, and
This is exclusive to the Toronto Comic Con, so
well, to the Fan Expo. So actually, the same cover will be distributed throughout the states, but only for convention variants.
Yeah.
There are special variants. So there was one pricier than that where Luke Skywalker and Han Solo are black and white, but I like the full color one.
Yeah.
So I grabbed that $15.
it was $15 show special, if you can call it that. But anyways, yeah. So yeah, I think that's about it. We did that's That's great, Mike. You picked up some really nice books. And
So
like I said,
happy.
this was all done. This was all picked up at the Comic Con, the Toronto Comic Con that ran from March 20th to 22nd. And yeah, wow, I really pissed off that I missed it. But it's just one of those things. Hopefully that won't happen again.
There are other cons. I mean, I believe we can get tickets for Niagara Falls already.
Niagara Falls, GTA
In
Comic Con's
June,
coming up in
there's
2 weeks.
GTA, you know, there's all kinds.
So we got some. But this was the first major convention of the summer, or kicking off the convention season, I guess you call it.
I hadn't bought anything since January, since the or December con, really.
Yeah.
So,
Sorry about the
like-
glare. It's hard to.
Yeah.
Okay, well, guys, again, thanks for watching the episode. Appreciate it. And if you like what you saw, leave a comment. We always like reading them. And see you next time.
Rock and roll.